Guys, welcome back to the MVDBR garage. We've got a bit of a project going on at the moment. Nice easy one for today. New handguards for the T7. Just want to give a massive shout out to Jesse from Kilkeven Small Engines for hooking me up with these guards. They are awesome. So yeah, we've got a mounting kit there, plastics, and of course the wraparound guards. Now these are the Acerbis X Factor. Why those particular guards? Well, I've been running these good old Buckbuster Egos forever. They're pretty much the only handguards I've ever run on any of my bikes. They're kind of daggy looking. You know, these ones are much cooler looking. They also look like they're a bit better made. Like the Buckbusters are just a solid rib of aluminium in there. These sort of have strengthening contours, so I think they're going to be a lot stronger. They're also wider. And I just wanted something different. Basically, I wouldn't be replacing these if they weren't pretty much knackered anyway. On a recent ride when my bike fell over on Steve's T7, broke the bottom piece of my handguard off. I'll show you guys that. I mean, it's nothing really, just this piece here has snapped off. Normally it comes down. You know, it doesn't screw on properly anymore. I've had to screw it on up here because all that end bit's broken off. These have been bent that many times. When you get a 200 kilo bike dropping on the handguards, and the handguards are what hits the ground first 99% of the time, you know, they do get bent a lot, and you know, then they go back in the vise and get straightened out again. The other reason I wanted to replace them is I've actually made up this piece here. That's a homemade bit of bracket. I've sort of adapted it because stock they would just smash on the tank, and you can see that they still even do that occasionally. At full lock, you can see how close. Hopefully you can see how close they are. So you know, if I do drop the bike on a ride and they bend down a little bit or whatever, end up whacking on there. I mean, that is only a plastic cover and it's already buggered anyway, but at the very least they're going to look better, you know. Whether or not they're stronger or not, we'll soon see. But I thought I'd video the process of installing them, just so you guys can get an idea of how well it goes and basically how well they fit and everything. I am going to try, I'm assuming that that these handguards have an expander bolt nut thing that goes into the handlebars, same as the Buckbusters. If they do, what I'm going to try and do is actually drill and tap the end of the handlebars there, so I can just bolt straight into the handlebar instead of using that expander thing. I'm not sure if I have a tap big enough here, but if I do, I'll give it a crack. If not, I'll just go with the expander. Anyway, first thing to do is to get these old Buckbusters off, so we'll do that. So yeah, hopefully you can see there the difference in the bar thickness. Fucking camera. Anyway, some pretty solid looking mounting hardware there, which is good. Anyway, I know a lot of you guys know Jesse from Wide Bay Motorcycles, where he used to work. A lot of you guys that live in the area would have dealt with Jesse getting your KTM parts and whatnot. So if you do live in the area, or if you're ever heading through Kilkeven, make sure you go and check him out there and have a look at the new shop. You know, they do motorbike servicing, and he's got a whole bunch of accessories and parts and stuff for bikes there. So yeah, check it out, guys. Go say good day. Looks like that's the extent of the instructions you get with these. Right, there's a little picture there too. So yeah, you do get a whole bunch of like spacer adapter things in case your handlebars aren't fatties. Hopefully I won't need those. And yeah, we do have expander bolts for the handlebar ends, so yeah. Yeah, it's quite a large hole in that handlebar end there. I don't know if I'll have a tap big enough. I'm not going to buy one especially. I do have one here that I could try. I think it's going to be a little bit too small, but I'll see how we go. You know what, I probably don't even have bolts big enough, so I may just use the expanders and be done with it. They worked alright on the Barkbusters. I mean, they're not perfect, but the expander bolts on these Acerbis ones do actually look like a bit more substantial than the Barkbuster ones. They're a bit longer, and they've also got this knurling on the outside. That should give them a bit better grip inside the handlebar. This should be pretty easy, guys, so we'll just put the countersunk bolt through. And you've got your expander, which is actually threaded. That's interesting. So that will actually lock on there. And then the expander nut goes on that way. It's going to lock into place there, and as you tighten this down, it'll pull that in and expand it out to grip onto the handlebars. I mean, it's all pretty basic stuff. Just basically do it up tight enough now for it to sit there. I don't want to over tighten it. I'll grab my handlebar clamps. It looks like these are pretty much ambidextrous. They can go on either side. Obviously, the mount will go below the handlebar. You don't want it up that way. Depending on your bike, of course. I will use thread lock on these for the final assembly. But for now, I just want to line everything up, make sure it's all going to be good. As you can see here, you've got an elongated hole there for that bolt, so you've got a little bit of room to move there. It's fairly close to the tank there, but not touching, that's for sure. And there's no actual bolt hanging down there like there is with the other one. Just want to make sure you're not cross-threading that guy, of course. I'm going to try and bring this one down, sort of inwards on the handlebar as much as possible, so that it's got the most bite on the fattest part of the bar here. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So what I'll do now is put the plastic on and then just line it up to where I want it. Don't forget to remove your Gumby warning sticker. So we've got these 3 smaller bolts here that will attach the plastics. I'll put a bit of thread lock on those. These ones are actually a 4mm Allen key too, guys. All the other bolts so far have been a 5. Yeah, you do want to watch that mounting bracket hitting on your tank, guys. If you have your handguard rotated down too far, it is going to hit. Alright, I think I've got this one all tightened up now, ready to rock and roll. It's just touching the tank plastic there, but that's alright. They look pretty good or what? Alrighty, onto the other side. Alright, so I pretty much fully assembled the guard first this time. Was that easier? No, it should make it a bit easier. Basically all I've got to do is whack that end bit in, put the other side of the bracket on, and Bob's your mother's, sister's, brother's. Fuck me, it's not even the right way around. amateur hour, that's what I call it. So yeah, overall guys, I do prefer this this mounting system over the Barkbusters. I think they do have a bit better quality fasteners and stuff. The only thing that's a little bit dodged to me is that because you're putting these mounts onto tapered handlebars, the Barkbusters ones actually have they're a tapered mount, so there's a smaller hole on this side, and on this side it's a little bit bigger, so you've got an even contact patch. With these ones, as you tighten them down, they sort of bend in because, as I said, the bar's tapered. So, but again, you know, they're trying to cater for a lot of different situations. As with anything like this, be prepared for a little bit, at least a little bit of faff. There's always at least some degree of faffing around. Hopefully you can see there what I mean about the angle because of the tapered bar. I'm so poxed that they hit the fucking tank. I was sure that these would be a better sort of a mount setup. But anyway, classic first world problems. Yeah, and they are solid, but alright, there we go. I think we are done. Pretty good. Yeah, they are rock solid. Got to give it to Acerbis or whatever. They've got the mounts worked out. They are very good. Hopefully the bars themselves are up to the job of supporting a 200 plus kilo bike being dropped on them. Time will tell. How good do they look though? I'll give you a bit of a close-up with a little bit of music once I finish jibber-jabbering. I'm pretty stoked with them. They look good. They should hold up pretty well. Once again, thanks to Jesse at Kilkeven Small Engines. Make sure you remember to go check him out, guys. Go say good day. He'll hook you up with whatever you need. And to the rest of you, thanks for watching. See you guys on the next video. Peace out.